Well, wow. I just had to try that and see what it did, but you gotta admit that's quite a zoom. Oh, I think that's where we're going. Let's see if we can get, you probably can't see enough definition, but can you see houses over there? I think that's where we're going. That's called Langdale. That's the name of the port, if you like, and then the actual town around it. I love doing that. Okay, the town around it is Gibson's, and I was thinking maybe I should do a tour of my car, but then I decided you probably don't want to be seeing just how much of a mess my car is in at the moment. So, but there's lunch. I only had a couple of bites of it and that was fine. Oh, we're turning. It's good. We're turning around. It's really quite something. We must be getting quite close. There's a boat over there. You see that? A little itsy bitsy little boat thing. Not a big boat like this one. And you probably don't give a damn anyway. Alright. You know, I'm new at this traveling thing. Well, traveling with a camera, that is, vlogging. And this is DearMamaSal saying, I think I'll speak to you later. Bye bye for now. Okay, I can't resist it because we are actually turning and about to dock, but I just got to tell you something. One of the things that always makes me laugh about coming off the ferry, it's like the beginning of a Grand Prix race. You know, we're all stuck here like this, and any minute now, one bozo is going to start their engine. And it's like the start of a Grand Prix where they go, gentlemen, start your engines. And once one person turns on their engine, you know, everybody on the ferry is going to do that. And then there's going to be a lot of noise. Now, I actually would zoom in so that you can see what I'm looking at here, but if I do, I might not be able to get the zoom back out again, so I'm not quite sure. I'll just wait until we're getting close to gentlemen, start your engines, or it may actually be no, it'll be too noisy, I think, once that happens. But I will show you coming off the ferry and me trying to find my way to the next stop. And the town that we'll be heading to, so you know where we're going to be in Gibson's, that's where we land, at the port of Langdale. Oh, look at that house. Wow, that's worth looking at. No, I can't do that. If I zoom that, I'll be in big trouble. Oh, boy. Those are some big houses. I am watching some big houses here. Hang on, I can't bear it. Even without the zoom, you got to see these. There's one up there. You see that one? Or maybe I've got time to zoom. Okay, now look at this. Oops, look at this little compound here. That's 1, 2, 3 houses, all I think on a couple of lots, which makes me think they're related. You know, it's like the family lot there. And then we've got some sort of regular ones coming up. Oh, lots of pictures of trees, so. Okay, so there's some sort of interesting ones. But now, watch this one. Yep, that's like on stilts. And then you got some pretty nice views going on here, I can tell you that. And then there is, can I see it? There we go, coming up now. How do you like that one? Yep, that's a nice bit of real estate there. Imagine what a great view they've got of The inlet. Wow. And look at that one up there. That's a nice piece of real estate as well. And right next to it, yep, they didn't get that one for 100,000, that's for sure. Hang on, let's zoom out so you can see how big that thing is. Look at those two houses. Those are big ones. Well, I just got to put the camera on again for a moment. Excuse me. Because coming through here triggered a memory for me that I guess some of you would probably like to hear about. I'm going to turn the camera around. And I'd clean forgotten about it, but I have been in this particular town before, probably about 15 years ago, and you can probably hear from my voice tone, this is not a good memory. But probably 15, maybe more years ago, I was asked to come here and speak at the local high school. And the reason that I'd been asked to come and speak was because they'd had a number of suicides in the area. And it wasn't just one or two, it had been like a slew of them. And I have no idea why I was asked to come. As I think about it now, it seems strange to me, but I was very honored that they invited me. And I came to talk to the young people and tell them that, I'd been through some pretty tough times as well at school. I was bullied. I wasn't what you might call top of the class intelligent, or not rated to be by the system. And that really, in the big scheme of things, it didn't matter. When I look at it now, and I would say this to any of my young viewers, if you're still at school and not doing well, don't worry about it. The chances are you were not meant to be an academic or whatever. It doesn't mean you're not smart. It means you just haven't found the thing that you are smart at. And I've always said that to people. You can put me next to all sorts of smart people. And I have things that I am way smarter than them in. Theirs might be smart on paper, and mine might be smart on all sorts of different things. So, to me, when we judge ourselves against these criteria, we're bound to come up short. So my whole feeling is, if you're going through school and not fitting into the boxes that they want you to fit into, don't worry too much. Just keep in school and finish it. And the reason for that is because that alone will affect your ability to be employed. Because that's the first thing any employer is going to look for, is did they have the ability to finish school? Or did they hang in there? And so I know there are lots of different reasons for leaving school early, but no doubt about it. And then, did they do anything else to further their education? And I would recommend that when you find something that you like, go and study it. Study it after work. Study it whenever you can. Study it through any means that you can, so that you've got those extra knowledge sort of points for you. And so, but my memory of this town that I've just been through was, although sad, it was bittersweet, because I also got to meet the parents of one of the children that had committed suicide, and it was a horrific thing. It really was, and I don't need to go into it, but just even thinking about it now, really touches my soul. And so, but I did get to meet them, and I did talk to them, and funny enough, isn't our whole discussion this week about forgiveness? And I did speak to them about this was not their stuff. And I urge them not to beat up on themselves in terms of we should have seen it, or we should have known better, or whatever. You know, you can spend your lifetime doing that. But you know what I've discovered? If it's your time, it's your time. If God has decided to take you, it's your time, whatever way. And whether it's the way that we would want or not is not necessarily what it's about. It's just the time. And so I look at it and I really think that as sad as the trip was for me on that particular occasion, I remember how honored I was. Honored to be asked to speak to the whole school and talk to them about what friendship really looks like. Because there were plenty of friends that probably knew that it was going on and who said nothing. Or tried to be a friend enough to say nothing. Do you know what I mean? They believe that it's being a good friend to say nothing. Oh, please don't tell anybody. Well, excuse me, if that's your friend, tell somebody. Tell somebody that they're struggling. Tell an adult. Tell a counselor. Tell another parent that you trust. Tell somebody. Yeah. So, but I also remember that I came away from it with such an interesting feeling. You cannot help, after a day of dealing with that, you cannot help but feel different inside. You feel very much grounded. And that's what I remember. I remember not trying to give the perfect speech or even the perfect words of solace to the family. I remember just trying to be me and be the best me I could, and to remind the young people it was okay to laugh, and it was okay for them to carry on with their lives and enjoy them. It was okay. And to tell the parents that it was okay for them to forgive each other. Because so often something like this ends up in a complete split in the family. Because of the emotions, the guilt, and the stuff that goes on around it, the blame that is really blameless. And I guess that we can only wish the best for anybody who's going through this or has gone through it. So if you know anybody that this has happened to, know that I understand. And know that it has not happened to me except with my best friend, but that was under different circumstances. This is DearMamaSal saying bye for now. I'm just putting the camera on here because I think in a moment you're going to get a beautiful view, and I hope you do. I'm going to try and keep my eyes open because I think where I have to go is somewhere around here. I mean, if you had to meet somebody on this road, wouldn't you want them to stop somewhere with this beautiful view? Mavis Bay sounds like what I was looking for. Oh, absolutely unbelievable. I'll show you when I stop. Well, hang on a second, I just wanted to show you just how beautiful this is. Sun setting. And I'm sure once I go inside it'll look just as beautiful and not as noisy.